What's up, YouTube? Today, we have a broken new unit to look at, as well as several important changes on the official value list, and even bigger changes in real trading. Also, the winner of my bodyguards giveaway has been announced. And stay tuned because I've decided that at 200 subscribers, I'll still be giving away a Tesla. Make sure to keep following for that. Anyways, let's get into the market watch. First thing I want to take a look at is this new dual bell flower. You can see it's pretty similar to the old war bell. Has the stun, AoE, boosting, but it boosts attack per minute and range, which is really significant because it buffs stuff like Transfig and Witch a lot more by buffing the attack per minute. Because they have like anything with an effect on its attack that you need it to hit as often as possible. This is really great for that because previously your best bet was like Timekeeper. Watering Can is like for PvP Hyper Tesla only, but now this is 60% with I think it's about 50% uptime. I didn't test it exactly, but it attacks a lot faster than the War Bell. It's up to 2.5 seconds per swing, so I'm not sure. I'll have to really calculate that. But this thing's really great. Pairs very nicely with the War Bell. It'll be a cheaper alternative to the War Bell for people who can't afford it. I think this thing will hit 2K within, a couple weeks to a month. Only be a high demand unit from there and possibly rise more. So get your hands on some of these if you can, if you haven't already. I would recommend that. But anyway, let's get on to the market watch and look at the new value changes. Yesterday's value list contained about what you'd expect. We had Infectia falling. It's below 19K now at 18.9. And it became unstable, which I think it's only going to fall further. You can expect it to keep falling for the next week or so. I'm not sure what it'll hit. It might hit 16 or 17K. But I do think that once it reaches a low point, it's a good idea to pick some up there because it's still got great potential. It's a great unit, and it could go back up in the future. The next thing was Tesla. Tesla went up to 10.1K, and it's only gone further in the market today. People are wanting about 12 or 13, even more for them. And I might have been a little bit wrong about that. I said it might cap out around 11 or 12. I didn't think it would do what it's done before and keep rising, but it's still meta, still Tesla. People are always going to want it. It still has that 9 out of 10 demand, even with such a high price. So I think if you have them, I would recommend keeping them for now. This could only go further. So I kind of missed that. But yeah, Tesla's blowing up. And the last thing that I think was really important was Transfig. Rose to 4.85 with the rising status. And just like Tesla, when it gets that rising status, it goes crazy. People want 6K, 6.5, 7K. This thing's going to keep going. Trans is an incredible unit. It's the best unit in the game. And it's now acting like that. The circulation is so low now, even with 25,000 existing. The circulation has been cut totally short. Good luck trying to get one of these at this point. But you're going to eventually have to give, I don't know, a bunny burrow for it. But maybe try to get them for 6K. It's still going to be a good deal in the future. Trans is only going to keep being the best unit. They're not going to make another better transform unit. It was kind of the first, actually, of this little thing they've done where they just make a better version of a meta unit. Like we also have Chocolate Flora and Tesla. We now have Warbell and this new Dual Bell flower. Um, and they're all very good. They all are just better than the original. In some ways, Chocolate's not strictly better than Tesla, uh, but generally it's going to benefit a team more. And same with the other Bell. I don't think its DPS boost is as high as Warbell, but for other things like Fig, it matters so much more. That's all that I thought was important on the official list. Let's look at some real in-game trades. First thing I want to look at now is Tesla. People who have Tesla want some big stuff. They want to trade for big things. Some of these guys are just on here to troll. This guy's been on here all day. But ignoring that, we have like a Tesla Buddy Cluster for Infectia. Tesla and some small ads for, all of these. That's fake. But people trying to get Witch for 2 Gold Bunny, 2 Tesla. Witch and ads. Prism Leaf and ads. Yeah. Tesla's gone insane, far above, the official value. And it'll probably stick for a good while at least. It's a great complement to Chocolate Flora is the thing. Chocolate Flora doesn't replace it. Like using them together on the same team is much, much more beneficial than just using one or the other. And that's why Tesla keeps rising. But looking at something else, bunnies, surprisingly, have not changed that much. I think that they're lagging a little behind, and they're soon going to keep going up. This guy wants a regular bunny for silver. These will end up, being the same, but we got some fake trades. This guy's obviously trolling, but there's been so much of that lately. So many fake posts. Yeah, people still want like about 10k. Even this is not great. Like Chomp Man, you don't really want Chomp Man. I think Bunny's gonna catch up to about 11k, and then slow down even more from there. I think it's about reaching its peak. It's almost there, 11 or 12k. But it really needs to be meta in more places. It's like the places it's good in, it's the best in. But then like in certain maps like Aqua, it's just useless. Survival, totally useless. Those things are less relevant, but it's still an incredible, like 12k full map AoE. Like, yeah, that's broken, but its demand is kind of falling off as it reaches this near 10k mark. People are willing to give less and less, so its peak is coming soon. But anyways, next thing, Infectia. These people want to get these off for Teslas right now. That's obviously what's gonna happen. But man, these things are just dropping like weights. Everyone wants a Tesla or trans and ads and all this, but there's so many people who want the same thing. Look at all this. Nobody's getting this. These people are trying in vain at this point, but the demand on the other side. Let's see the demand for Infectia. The silver, just the normal. 2 Sub-Zeros. Yeah, like 16, 17. Um, Silver Bunny trans. Yeah. Yeah, the demand's not all there anymore. Um, like there's still obviously a bunch of people, but they all want to underpay. Uh, Nobody's even paying close to the official value. So even though there's a lot of trades, that means that you have to take into account the offers into the demand, because they're not demanding it very, I guess demandingly. They're saying like, I'll give you some change for this now, um, which is low demand. I think it doesn't even deserve 8.5 anymore, more like 7 for the time being. Which I also want to look at which, um, because I think if anything, it's kind of rising. Uh, People still want big stuff for it, big stuff, but I think we should really keep an eye on which, and it might become pretty stable around 70K. The only offers that people are like accepting now for it are around 70, and it's hard to get one for cheaper. I've been trying. uh, See a possible witch rise in the future. Um, but I think knowing all this is all the changes that have happened. But if I were to now pick, what's the best investment? What am I going to be into? I went into bells, uh, just because I got them. I didn't even get them that early, but I got them the day of. Uh, that was very good. But I think Transfig is going to be the thing to get as many as you can. Get like 3 or 4 if you can, at around 55 to 6K. Because this thing's just gonna keep going up. You'll regret it later. Make sure you have one just to use at least. Because soon it's gonna become like a Tesla to get. Maybe not as high as Tesla, certainly not. Um, the amount people will want like overpays for it is gonna be like Tesla. So that's all I had. Stay tuned. Trying to help me get up to that 200 sub mark. Get yourself a Tesla. Probably will be about 200K by then, but all the more reason to get me up there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.